Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Meta. I am yours truly, Travis Spencer. Today is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, we do our breath practice. So, we're going to begin with a grounding practice, followed by a setting an intention, a centering thought, our main practice, and then we'll do our call to action. So, the invitation is to have a seat if you can, and let's begin. So, for our grounding practice today, what we're going to do is 3 deep breaths. And after each breath, we're going to pause. We're going to inhale, pause, and then exhale through the mouth and push out as far as we can. And then we're going to inhale again, pause, exhale out the mouth, and push out as far as we can. All right. And we're going to do that 3 times. So, good people, let's begin. Inhaling deeply, pausing, and exhaling. Inhaling, pausing, and exhaling. One more time, inhaling deeply, pausing, and exhaling. The invitation is to allow your breathing to return to its normal cadence. And let's move to our setting the intention for today. So, for setting the intention, what you want to do is come up with an intention for your day, something positive, something that supports you in a way that allows you to move through your day with that intention that supports you overall in whatever goals that you may have. Because once we set this intention, we're going to release this intention and we're going to move forward understanding that we've set a wonderful intention. All right, let's begin. We're going to use the following sentence then. My intention for today is, and then whatever that intention is. Okay, for example, my intention for today is to move with ease through the different things I have to do. Or it could be my intention for today is to take 3 breaths during a phone call or when I'm getting upset, to take deep breaths or something like that. Whatever your intention is, um, invitation is to set that now. So let's begin. My intention for today is. All right. I would love to support you in your intention setting. So if you want to share your intention in the comments, the invitation is to do that. All right. We're going to move to our centering thought. In today's centering thought is from Tupac Shakur, and it's a wonderful centering thought that he shared. So I'm going to take my time and read it to you. Um, let's begin. I want, when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing is for us to go further. Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like, they don't know what I'm going to say because it's polite. I'm not going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee you that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job. It is to spark someone else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish. And because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is, somebody's going to clean it up. And that's from Tupac Shakur. Now, for our mindfulness practice today, I'm going to take just 2 minutes of breath practice to invite you to follow along with me. Now, for this particular breath practice, I'm going to use my timer, and every 30 seconds or so, I will come in and invite you back to your present moment breath. We're going to use the breath as an anchor. And what that means is that as you're inhaling and exhaling, you're focusing your awareness on the breath at a certain point. Now, I'm going to invite you to notice the breath in one of 3 points: the nose, chest, or the belly. And once you've chosen which place you're going to notice the breath, that's your anchor. And for 2 minutes, you're going to focus all of your awareness on that place you've chosen. When your mind wanders, you're going to come back, and every 30 seconds or so, I am going to remind you to come back. If your mind wanders, that is perfect. That means that you're doing it right, because the mind is prone to wander, but coming back supports you in noticing and supports you in being able to be aware. So, as I'm setting up my timer here, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable seated position, or if you're out and about, inviting you into the present moment as much as you can be, and choosing the anchor that you're going to use for this practice that we're going to do for 2 minutes. So, have you chosen the nose, chest, or did you choose the belly? But choose whichever anchor you want to notice, choose the place that you want to notice the breath. All right, let's begin. All right, now that you've chosen your anchor, now begin focusing your awareness on the breath as it moves through that anchor. Maybe noticing at the nose, chest, or the belly. Inviting you back to the present moment if your mind is wandering. Returning to the present moment if the mind is wandering. Doing your best to stay on the anchor that you've chosen. Inviting you back to the present moment, back to your anchor if your mind is wandering. Inviting you to come back to the present moment. Take 3 breaths as we end this practice. All right, good people. I'm hopeful that you were able to complete that practice, and inviting you to put it in the comments. Let us know, were you able to focus on your anchor? Were you able to come back with kindness as your mind wandered? And that's all that we're asking. So the other thing that I would like to share is that these practices are compassion practices because they support you in being present with whatever is arising so that you can take care of yourself. All right. So our call to action today is to use that breath practice at least once more in the day. So inviting you to take 2 minutes of breathing one more time in your day. Maybe it's at lunch. Maybe you decide to use it on your way home or on your commute to work. That could be a place where you can do that, this 2 minutes of breathing. And what you will find is that a breath practice like this will support you in building resilience and giving you the space that you need. So if something comes up that is challenging, you have the space to respond instead of react. So good people, as always, like and subscribe, share this with someone else, and let's move forward. So we're starting every day grounded, intentional, and connected. Ashe.